Today I wanted to share clips from a video. It was a supposedly listed in the archives as a propaganda video from Berlin in 1936. So they were very strict in the archives about not recording it. I'll show you in a second. You can see all there's just the warnings for do not copy, do not do all this stuff. So I decided to obey this time, and I just took screenshots of all the goods. So left out all the Nazi paraphernalia and just stuck to the architecture and the art. So here we go. Check this place out. I find it very amazing that things like this exist in England and all over the world, but Germany had tons. And who is this? This isn't just like a mythological figure. That is someone substantial to create such a pedestal and be atop of something that magnificent and be probably of solid gold. You have to be a big part of the life of the people that are there. And whether or not this is from an older time, which I think it definitely is, I'm just not sure how old, but it's astounding how in World War II, the events that played out and led to the destruction of all these amazing buildings. Above all, really, they eviscerated many parts of Germany that had these, and you can't help but wonder if that was the true intention. And even the fact that the swastika came out and was an ancient symbol, like, was this either the end, the last of an era in Germany when World War I and II happened? Is that what they were doing? Ending an era of ancient mastery? Or was it the war, just like the news says, and nothing else to see? Which I doubt. There's a story called The Greatest Story Never Told, which has a lot of amazing insight. Even this, look at this, it's like an ancient chariot. But the swastika itself is so ancient, it comes from Jainism, it's potentially a representation of free energy. And why did Hitler, the artist, come up with that sign? Did he do it as a warning so that they could, preserve this ancient technology and kind of keep it going and be a sign that they were with those people? Because that right there is 100% free energy. I don't know what that is, but that definitely is a tool for producing something amazing. But so was he kind of aligned with the ancient forces and bringing that out to kind of keep the symbol going, or was it a double entendre, whatever, where both sides are being played against each other, both sides are part of the same crew, the main intention is to destroy all of this stuff, all the research, all the buildings, all the science, all the history, and get that symbol to become the most enemy-hated symbol of all time so that nobody in the future generations can even post it or look at it anywhere without it being considered something evil. In actuality, it's probably the clue that we all need to restore our ancient wonders. So who knows? But these buildings are absolutely phenomenal. They are so huge, they are so detailed, they are so thick that only massive bombs could take these things down. They are just absolutely astounding. And like in Germany, I can't help but wonder if it was all just a stage set to make everything happen. And there's a lot of information that I'm not going to go back into, but it's still, no matter what, I can't phase out the fact that it seems like the main point was to destroy this tech, completely level the place so that we can build all kinds of nonsense structures that were being built all over the world. Germany, it almost seems, with the force that they used, it almost seems like this was the last of something, like the last standing, the last place they hadn't blown to smithereens. And so they probably got the inside scoop, got the people, convinced them to do whatever, which makes me wonder if that's what happens to the Patriots, or is happening to the Patriots now in America. Some kind of, hand playing both sides of the spectrum with no good ending in sight for really anyone. And hopefully America won't suffer the same destruction as all of these things have. But you look at these. This is Roman. This is architecture that anywhere would be considered a treasure, that at that time must have been considered a treasure. This is like blowing up of the Acropolis in ancient Greece, supposedly, but doing it in a modern time, like less than 100 years ago. And it makes you wonder how, if the Parthenon, this looks like the Parthenon, this looks like any of these could be the equivalent of the Parthenon. You blow that thing up with a giant bomb and say that it's 2,000 years old, and who's going to really question it a couple generations down the line? That seems to be the key. One of you out there posted a story about his grandmother, who was kind of a form of royalty, who talked about how she knew that the history was being eradicated and how we came from so many massive things. And that's the stories that need to be found and discovered. We need to find the stories or the diaries from grandmothers and grandparents and people that tell about this stuff, maybe from Germany or elsewhere, that have things written down that haven't been destroyed. Those things have to exist. Because look at this. These are the signs of an amazingly architecturally and industrialized, masterful society. Look at these things that everyone thought in our restaurants were really cool and hip when California busted them out. The personal heaters. They had them in the 30s in Germany. Look at this delicious beer. Guaranteed amazing ingredients. So natural, such clean water. Even the fact in the beer, the water must have been so healthy because it was way different. Everything about it would be different. Even the cigarettes, the butts, probably poison, but also maybe not. Probably pure tobacco, like the ancients. Look at these streets, though. Amazing. Cars everywhere, bustling. Everything is alive. This is what it seems like, San Francisco before the earthquake was like. All these things had the similar type of a colonized civilization. This stuff was all over the world. And when you see how quickly they can blow up Germany and devastate it, turn it to rubble. Same with Japan, same with everything. They used earthquakes back in the day. They used wars now. And the main goal has to be this. How can people even destroy this stuff? Like, I remember I had one artwork that I hated I did one of Obama, and my goal was to destroy it. And I couldn't even do it myself. I had to give it to someone. And that's my own art. Look at these people are destroying ancient relics of a distant past, and they're doing it with no remorse. How could you possibly do that? Look at these things. In the dirt everywhere, it's almost like so much was being done to terraform this world and craft it for us and for people so that they would not have a clue. Like, designed specifically. Have a bunch of time where no news is being recorded, no history is being done. Swap the dates on photos. You can tweak everything. Generations, keep them in the dark. Countries, keep them separated. There's so much you can do with manipulation if you are in power. People can easily be silenced, as we're seeing now. Methods of everything. Technology can be silenced. Methods of getting attention to topics and bringing truth can be silenced now and in the past. So you never know. We have to take everything from a perspective that it's compromised, and what we're seeing is designed to be seen. Even the fact that this is just considered a propaganda video doesn't really seem like propaganda. It just seems like a bunch of awesome scenes of Germany at the time. And to use this, to say this is evil propaganda, oh, blah, blah, these people deserve to be blown up, these people deserve to have their cities destroyed, like who the F can think of that? When you see these people, they're so happy, they're beautiful, they're nice, they're having fun. In these scenes, they're throwing water up, like in a weird ceremonial thing. It's really kind of fascinating. I'll put the link below so you can check out the video and see the action. But just wanted to share this, a glimpse into Berlin, 1936. We're supposed to not like this stuff, but I find it beautiful. I find all people amazing. When I went to Germany, it was astounding. I absolutely loved it. I fell in love with the people, fell in love with the fun, I fell in love with everything about it, the culture. It's terrible that it was eradicated in such a way. And it was definitely to hide so much more than we are being told. So we owe it to everyone to get to the bottom of it. I hope people in Germany start pumping out some truth at a rapid rate. Don't worry about the hate that's received. We have to ignore that and just fight for truth, no matter what it is, no matter who it offends. If it's true, these people will get over it, and it has to come out. Because this stuff, oh my God, I love looking at Germany during these times. It is so amazing. And this is just Berlin, not to mention the buildings of Dresden, of Frankfurt, Hamburg, all these other places, Dusseldorf. Wow. It is such a different world, and I have a feeling America looked just like that at one point, but somehow got blown to smithereens. Airships, bombs, floods, who knows? Deliberate manifestations of floods and river passageways to make destruction, cause dirt to flow. They probably figured it all out. Who knows? Start tidal waves. You could do anything back in the day and then completely erase it and make us be like, oh, we're just in a fun park. Then we get to a Truman Show reality in the early 1900s or mid 1800s, and it just keeps going. They just keep steamrolling the lies until they create a society that has absolutely no clue, which is the majority of people, besides us. We're getting to the bottom of it all. Keep telling me your hints and other insights in the comments. Enjoy all this stuff. Send anything to me at artofdino@gmail.com, and keep the truth coming. Bless you all.